Hey PlayStation fans, and in this video we're going to be talking about the PS5 Pro. Is it worth upgrading? Should you upgrade from your base PS5 to the PS5 Pro? We're going to be covering that, pros and cons, what to do with your old one in this video. So if that interests you, stick around, hit the like, hit the subscribe, click the bell icon. I'm Blaze2K. If you love gaming, love tech, all that stuff, I'd love to have you on the channel. Come join me. Anyways, let's get into it. But before we delve into the video, check out the links down below in the video description for some really cool tech deals. I've collated a list of all the best tech, the best gift ideas, stuff that I use, stuff that I recommend, all on the Amazon links down below. I've created lists, PlayStation accessories, PS5, PS5 Pro, everything you need, TVs, accessories, SSDs, and if you're wanting a sleep tracking ring that tracks so many health metrics, your body temperature, your stress levels, check out the Ultra Human Ring here. I've got a coupon code down there that saves you money. This thing has changed the game for me. I've got rid of my Apple Watch. It is amazing. The app is amazing. The data is amazing, and it helps me sleep better and feel better. And check out, if you want the best coffee in the world, check out Everyday Dose. I've got a link down below for you as well to get money off it. Boosts your energy, elevates mood, gut health, improves sleep, manages stress. It's nootropic mushroom coffee. It is the bomb. Check it out. Anyways, back to the video. Let's go. So let's talk about the PS5 Pro. So let's talk about pros and cons first. So we'll start with the pros, okay, in terms of upgrading. If you're wanting to buy a PS5 Pro, by the way, check out my link down below to the list of the PS5 accessories as well, my Christmas accessories, because I've listed the PS5 Pro on there, but I'll maybe put a dedicated link to the PS5 Pro. If you click my link down below, before you buy one, if you buy one, please remember your old buddy, please. Go back, click it, because you'll be helping out the channel. I'll get a small kickback, affiliate income, stuff like that. So it helps out the channel, it helps me keep doing this. But anyways, let's get on to the pros. So first, enhanced graphics. So the PS5 Pro offers significantly improved graphics with a more powerful GPU, providing better visuals, higher resolutions, better frame rates, essentially, and advanced ray tracing capabilities. We've seen games that have up to 8K, 8K resolution, Gran Turismo, Formula 1, No Man's Sky, that look absolutely phenomenal. So if you're wanting to future-proof your setup a little bit, perhaps maybe get an 8K TV down the line, your PS5 Pro should be able to play games at 8K. It's not going to be the best system at playing 8K games, high frame rates or anything like that, but it's capable of it, and that's the main thing, right? So you're future-proofing things a little bit, which is kind of nice, right? And at least until the new PS6 comes out. You're also going to get faster rendering, so up to 45% faster rendering for gameplay. You'll experience smoother performance in games that leverage the Pro's capabilities. Now, not all games leverage the Pro's capabilities, but that list is growing. It's up to over 88 now, so it's more than double what the PS4 Pro had. So you're getting a lot of developers, a lot of games are getting PS5 Pro enhanced patches, which I think is really great. And from what I'm seeing, the patches are pretty significant, and we're getting a lot of a pretty damn near impressive performance upgrade on a lot of games that do get those patches, especially the first party titles, right? Those are first in line to get the patches, but like I said, it's up to 88 and growing every single day. That list keeps on growing. There's definitely a reason to get the PS5 Pro if you're wanting that better performance, right? And again, better frame rates. Console can maintain 60 FPS more consistently, even in graphically intensive games, and we're seeing up to 120 Hz in a lot of games as well for performance modes. You're also getting more storage, so it comes with a larger 2TB SSD, and as you know, games are growing and growing and growing every day. Every time a new game comes out, it's bigger than the last one. We're seeing up to 200 gigs per game in some cases, so having a 2TB SSD will be awesome. That's more storage than I've got on my gaming PC, to be honest, and I'm constantly fighting for storage on that. And like I said, future-proofing. If you're planning on keeping your console for the long haul, PS5 Pro might be able to handle the upcoming graphically demanding games better. And I hate to keep banging on about it, but one of the best upgrades you can get above the PS5 Pro, in my opinion, is a good TV, and specifically an OLED TV. Now, LG, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, we had amazing deals on a lot of OLED TVs. Those sales have now ended. But the LG C3, which in my opinion is still one of the leading OLED TVs out there, there's very little difference between the C3 and C4. Very little. In fact, some would say the C3 a little bit better because it doesn't suffer the green tint issue that the C4 has. Very similar brightness, very similar panel, essentially the same. It's on sale right now for $1196.99. I'll put the link down below in the video description. this is an absolute steal of a deal. It's past Black Friday, it's past Cyber Monday, but the fact that this is still going for $11.96 for the 65-inch LG C3, which is one of the most phenomenal, amazing TVs you can get to upgrade your gaming experience, movie, TV, etc. I really highly recommend you check this out, or even consider it. Do your research on the LG C3. It's a 2023 model, but it's every bit as good, just about, maybe slightly a little bit less bright than the 2024 model, but it's the same panel. They've just used a couple of tricks on the C4 to make it slightly brighter. But yeah, this is an absolute amazing deal right now, and if you can get a TV like this to pair with the PS5 Pro, then the PS5 Pro will be a lot more enjoyable and you'll get more out of the PS5 Pro. So I just wanted to add that in there. If you're going to upgrade to the PS5 Pro, make sure you've got a good TV to take advantage of everything the PS5 Pro offers, and an OLED is the best way of doing that, and this is an absolute phenomenal deal. Do your own research. Feel free to come back and click my link to give a little bit of love to the channel. That'd be really appreciated. But yeah, TV to get about most out of your PS5 Pro. Now let's talk about the cons of upgrading to the PS5 Pro. Now, high cost, right? The PS5 Pro is significantly more expensive, right? It's got a price tag of $699.99, which for a lot of people might not justify the upgrade for many, given the PS5's capabilities already, right? The PS5's still pretty damn good. By no means a slouch. Even the PS5 Slim, it's still a solid console. But like I said, if you have a TV like an OLED, like I was talking about, and you have a really good TV, and you really want better performance, your TV can support higher frame rates, it's 4K, it's got OLED, it's got beautiful visuals and stuff like that, and you want that little bit extra clarity, visuals, frame rate, just, you know, resolution, then the PS5 Pro is a pretty solid upgrade, but it is pricey, right, over the base PS5. And we'll talk about options for trading your PS5, what you might be able to do to recoup some of that money later on in the video, so stay tuned. But one thing, I apologize. One thing that a lot of people were mad about is the fact that it doesn't include a disc drive. And now, not many people are buying physical games anymore. Not to say that people are not, right? People are still buying physical games, but it's not the preferred medium anymore. I think we finally hit that point in the sand, line in the sand, where people are preferring to download games and get them the night of. When a game gets a release on a certain day, people want to download the game at midnight, and we're starting to see that more and more. And with PlayStation Plus offering free games with your monthly subscription and stuff like that, we're seeing downloadable games just become the preferred choice, especially with game streaming to stuff like the PlayStation Portal. You know, being able to play games and switch to different games without having to get up and change the disc. I think that's, you know, more important and more preferable as time goes on. I mean, feel free to disagree. Let me know in the comments if you disagree. But no disc drive, I don't think it's a deal breaker as much as people seem to think it is. I don't use my disc drive anymore. I don't buy physical games anymore. I've been a PC gamer for a long time, and I've downloaded all my games on Steam just fine before we had fiber. So it's not really as big a deal as you think it is. Sure, we could talk about game ownership and stuff. It's not that big a deal. It doesn't have a disc drive though, just to let you know. So if you're planning on playing Blu-ray movies, or I apologize, if you're planning on playing Blu-ray movies with your PS5 Pro, you will have to buy a separate disc drive, which you can do. Just don't buy from a scalper. So it's not like you can't have a disc drive, it just doesn't include one, right? So we've got CPU limitations. The CPU is essentially the same as the base PS5, meaning that games that are CPU intensive will not see significant performance boosts. So yeah, basically PS5 Pro is essentially just, you know, it's basically got improved. I think there's a slight CPU boost, a CPU clock speed boost on the PS5 Pro, but the improvements you're going to see are going to come from the graphics card. AMD APUs are pretty strong when it comes to CPU performance, so I think maybe that's why they never chose to upgrade it, because they're like, it was diminishing returns for the price. So that's okay. But yeah, you're not going to see a massive boost in CPU performance, but not many games are CPU bound these days, so it's mainly GPU. So yeah, minimal game-specific enhancements. You're not going to see massive changes across the board in different games. It's not going to be like from PS4 to PS5, right? It's going to be slight enhancements, maybe in resolution, in frame rate. We're going to see better textures. You know, what might have been quality mode on the base PS5, it's now going to be you're now going to see that quality in performance mode on the PS5 Pro with the higher frame rate, right? And then you'll get an even nicer quality mode on the PS5 Pro. So that's kind of nice. But some might say it's not big enough of an improvement to justify spending $700, which is pretty damn fair. Diminishing returns. So for some, the performance uplift might not be noticeable enough to warrant the price, especially if they're not using high-end display technology. Again, back to the fact that OLED is on sale. I hate to keep talking about it, but this is an absolute blinder of a sale. $11.96. It's usually $1,500 on sale, the C3. $1,500 on sale. It's $11.96. and it's after Cyber Monday, Black Friday. This TV is absolutely phenomenal, and in my opinion, it's actually in some cases better than the C4. Again, green tint issue, HDR issues that have been floating around on HDR. Not everyone's unit, but the C3, we've got a C3 in our bedroom, and it is phenomenal. I recommend that TV big time. And like I said, it's on fire sale right now. Still, get it while it lasts, because it probably won't last forever. So check that link out in the video description for that. But now let's talk about your options for upgrading to the PS5 Pro, because not everyone just has $700 sitting in their bank ready to spend, right? You might want to have to trade in, you might want to have to sell your PS5, base PS5, or you might want to hand it down. So let's talk about trading in. So pros, potentially you can get $350 at places like GameStop for your base PS5, significantly reducing the cost of upgrading. So let's talk about half the price of the PS5 Pro you can get for trading in at GameStop. Cons, trade-in values can fluctuate, obviously, so you might get less than that, you might get a little bit more than that. It might not always reflect the console's market value. That's just part and parcel of trade-in programs. They try and give you less than what they can resell it for, obviously. But that doesn't mean you can't resell it yourself. So obviously you could sell it. A pro to selling is that you could potentially fetch a higher price directly online, but you do have to deal with the hassle of packing it up, packaging it, paying for the shipping, all that sort of stuff, dealing with the customer directly, as opposed to just taking it into the store and getting cash back or credit towards the PS5 Pro. So if your console's in good condition with extras, then you'll more than guaranteed get more money selling it yourself than you will taking it into a store and trading in, right? Cons requires more effort in terms of listing, handling transactions, and shipping, plus waiting for the right buyer. I've had so many issues with buyers in the past. You know, you send it to them, they receive it, and you're sitting there biting your nails like, when are they going to message me? Am I going to get good feedback? And then you hear the ding message from customer, and you're like, your heart sinks. What's wrong? Is it damaged? Is it lost? Do they want a refund? And then it ends up going well in most cases, right? They're like, oh, I got it today. Thank you so much. We'll leave a good feedback. All that. It ends up working out in most cases, but my heart does sink when I get a message from my buyer, you know, after they receive the product. You never know what they might say. Product was damaged. I want a refund. I'm sending this back. You never know. So you do have to deal with that when you're selling consoles. It can sometimes be a hassle, but it can sometimes work out, and you end up, you know, in a profit. You end up making money, or, you know, getting more money than you would trading something in, right? Now, another option for you is handy downs. Handing your PS5 down to maybe family members, maybe a spouse, maybe putting it in a different bedroom. You know, if your PS5's been, you know, situated in front of the TV in the living room for the longest time since it came out in 2020, and maybe you're like, I kind of want to lay in bed with my PS5. I want to be able to lay in bed on our bedroom TV and play PS5 in there. You can do that. You could use it as a secondary PS5, but that obviously you're not going to get money towards your PS5 Pro. You're going to have to pay that out of pocket. But you know, that is an option too. If you want a PS5 for a different bedroom, if you want to maybe, you know, keep it in the family, give it to a friend, sell it to a friend maybe, you know, maintaining a gaming setup elsewhere, it's definitely a good option. But obviously you do lose the immediate financial benefit of selling or trading it in. And it's a good way to pass on technology without being wasted, right? If you are going to trade it down. So each option has its trade-offs, depending on your financial situation, of course. You're interested in getting the newest technology and how you value your current console. It's all up to you. Let me know in the comments if you have any other recommendations or tips for people that are maybe considering upgrading to a PS5 Pro. I think ultimately, if you've got the TV or the monitor that can really take advantage of the higher resolution, the higher frame rates, it's definitely worth thinking about. It's $700. There are options, like I said, trading in, selling your base PS5, or for money towards it. If money is an issue, you can maybe get it for $350, and especially around the holiday period, it is kind of nice getting a new console for Christmas. Let me know what you think in the comment section about this video. I just wanted to cover all the options for you. A lot of people are weighing up the decision right now as to whether they should upgrade to the PS5 Pro for Christmas. Obviously, there's a lot of pros. A lot of games are getting updates, patches, and like I said, if you have a display like an OLED or something that has high refresh rate, it's definitely worth considering, because you are going to get that benefit. And ultimately, at first, I'll be honest, I wasn't too impressed with the PS5 Pro. I wasn't interested in it in the slightest. But as I've seen people get them, as I've seen the patches that have rolled out across a bunch of games, and having played a bit of PS5 lately myself, I've started to see the limitations on PS5. So being able to bring the PS5 up in line, more in line with gaming PC, the games that I play on my gaming PC with a 3080 Ti, it's kind of nice. But yeah, so to summarize it, basically, if you want to get a PS5 Pro, if you have a monitor or a display that can take advantage of it, and maybe you felt that some games on the PS5, are a little bit, they're showing their age a little bit in terms of performance, then the PS5 Pro is a good investment. And as we've, like I said, I was dubious about it at first, but I'm starting to see that it's a pretty damn good console, and we've seen that it's actually outselling the PS5 in some cases right now. It seems to be the hot console to buy lately. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section. Go for it if you have the money. Go for it if you want to trade in your PS5 and spend $350 to upgrade. Go for it if you maybe want a PS5 in a second room, or to give it to a friend or family. If you want to just upgrade to a new PS5 Pro, go for it. It's a nice little console, and I think either way you'll be happy. And if you're not, most retailers have return policies, extended return policies, especially at this point in time. So January 31st, I think, for Amazon at least. So even if you buy it right now, you open it, you play it, and it's not your cup of tea, then you can return it to Amazon by January 31st, ship it back to them, get a full refund if you want, or Best Buy, wherever you buy it from. But like I says, if you want to support the channel and support me, and thank me for this video, if it helped. If it didn't, then leave a thumbs down. I don't know. It's up to you. But yeah, if it helped, consider clicking the links down below. I've got a bunch of really great accessories and tech. For holiday stuff, like normal tech stuff, stuff that I use in my setup for streaming and gaming and YouTube and all that, as well as stuff we use around the house here, as well as the deals on the TV that I talked about, but also PS5 accessories and PS5 Pro accessories. So we should have you covered. All the links down below in the video description. I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you for watching this video. I'm Blaze2K. We cover tech, gaming, PS5, Steam Deck, handheld gaming, gaming news, sometimes a little bit of YouTube drama when it's popping off. And I stream every day around between 12 p.m. and 3 p.m. Central Time if you want to pop in and watch me play some games. Right now I'm playing Indiana Jones and the Lost Circle, and I'm also playing a bit of Stalker 2 and stuff, and really having fun. So feel free to pop in and say hi, but don't feel obligated, and please always leave a like if you see one of my videos. It really helps out a lot. Anyways, I love you, I appreciate you. I'll see you in the next one. Happy holidays, stay safe. Hopefully you and your family have an amazing holiday if I don't see you before then. And yeah, peace out, take care. I'm Blaze2K. Bye.